Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we are back with some more Distant Worlds Universe. Last time, our war with the Hakonus Syndicate continued and I believe we also, got war declared. Actually, I think we had war declared on us in the episode before, but basically the Rhodian Hive decided that they had enough with us, so they decided to go ahead and declare war on us. So, what are we going to be doing at this time? Well, this time here, I have some big plans. I don't know if we'll have time to go ahead and complete them, you know, on account of things taking so long and all that, but, you know, I hope to. I hope to be able to. Let me see, what is Strike Force Bravo currently doing? Strike Force Bravo looks like they are moving. I don't know why they are moving. Apparently they are moving, though. They are, where are they? They're going down there. Because reasons. I don't know why. Alright, so, you know, I'm gonna actually tell them to stop, because I have no reason why these guys should be moving out of system right now. It really makes no sense to me. Alright, Strike Force Bravo, what I would like you guys to do is go ahead and make sure that you guys are refueled and all ready to go. So there, I'm gonna give them the refuel order. Let's see, Strike Force Alpha, you're also doing repair and refueling. And now Strike Force Charlie is the only one that appears to be ready to go. And they are over here by the class spaceport. So they've basically just completed the repairs and all that good stuff. And now I'm getting ready to go ahead and use them for some offensive strikes. So, before I go ahead and get Charlie going though, let me see here. What have we got? Delta looks like they're still getting repaired. So basically, Charlie's the only one that I think is really ready right now to go on the offensive. And we will be getting them on the offensive in just a moment. First things first, though. Let's go to the design screen. We got some new tech. We've got the repair bot, and I want to be able to use that. I want my ships to start repairing themselves. And I suspect that, let me see, escorts and frigates. These ones here, I suspect they may already be equipped with it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current model of escort. We do not have repair bots on here. Oh yeah, that's right there. It's right there. It's just starts with an S. Okay, S2F4 repair bot. So, since these ones here are automatically updated, they've already got the repair bot. But these cruisers, troop transports, carriers, exploration ships, you know, these ones here, the ones that are a little bit more manually controlled or manually upgraded, I need to go ahead and fix them up. So we're going to go ahead and hit auto upgrade selected designs for the cruiser, and I want to go ahead and take a look at them. Armor, shields, looks like we've got decent weapons, and they should have the repair bot on board. All right, you know what? I think that's all we really need to do. We're just going to go ahead and select these and go auto upgrade selected designs. I'm pretty sure that, I want to make sure, let me see. 360 and 930. If I go ahead and auto upgrade that design, 360, 930. So it keeps the same amount of armor and shields, and it does appear to keep the same weapon payload. So auto upgrading is great when you, we'll say, have a new component that you want to basically throw in there. And we do want to throw that in there. So let's see here. We've got, where was it? Yeah, there it is. There's the repair bot. So we're going to go ahead and just auto upgrade the these designs here. The exploration ship as well as state bases. So the large spaceport. Let's see. Dang. Large spaceport. I'm trying to remember why we went ahead and we customized it. Oh, that's right, because we were over-researching. So let's go ahead and we'll say auto-upgrade those, as well as the defensive base, and the, you know what, the jump base can stay as is. I really don't need to fix that up anymore. Of note, though, I do believe that the Sapphire Palace is obsolete at this point. We might want to go ahead and fix that. So latest designs. No, it's not even on latest designs. Non-obsolete designs. There we go. The Sapphire Palace, which hasn't been updated since 2188. Dang. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Yeah, let's go ahead and auto upgrade to selected design. Holy crap, the cost on that thing. Well, it's definitely worth a lot more than a standard large spaceport, so I'm assuming this sucker here can just really dish it out. It does look like the shields went down a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I did notice here that the repair bot, there's 2 repair bots. Interesting. Not too many other things had more than one. So let me see, repair component. So it can repair one component every 5 seconds. I'm guessing that's at normal speed. Okay, cool. So this here is the Sapphire Palace. So we're gonna go ahead and start retrofitting some things. But actually, you know what? Let's go over to the Sapphire Palace. We're gonna go on over to the blue planet, select the colony, and we're gonna go to the colony. And the reason for that is I want to go ahead and where are you? Sapphire Palace. I want to start building a new fleet. We've got Strike Force Alpha, Strike Force Bravo, Charlie, and all that. But you know what? I want another one. I think because we keep getting sort of hung up with these logistics, and we have the money for it, why don't we break out another attack fleet? So we're going to go ahead and build maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 carriers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 cruisers. And we're going to go ahead and call this one Strike Force Echo. And these guys are going to be, well, just another Strike Force for me to go ahead and use. And now the nice thing about these ones here, is that they're going to be the newest design. So these guys here are going to be completely the retro. They don't need to be retrofitted, right? These guys are going to be brand new, brand spanking new technology with the repair bots on board and everything. So let's go ahead to the fleet screen. 28th Fleet. We're going to call this one Strike Force Echo. And do we want to give them a home colony? I don't believe... Do my Strike Forces have home colonies? Charlie does. I don't think they really need one, though. We're going to go ahead and... we'll use troop loadouts, because I do want them to be grabbing troops. And on that note, while we're at the blue planet, why don't we go ahead and just train some troops here? Go ahead and get some... armored attack forces, some special operations, because we got the new improvements to the special operations troops, and of course some strike trooper battalions. And then, I'm sorry, I just realized something. Sapphire Palace, we need some troop transports. 4 will do. 4 troop transports, and we're gonna go ahead and roll those in with Strike Force Echo. So go ahead and make sure to add those guys. And that way there they can grab all those troops and we can start using them to attack planets. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that things are retrofitted. Now, while I'm going ahead and doing this in a very manual and stupid way, and in a second I'm going to be doing it the proper way, but I got a comment on YouTube, and you know what? I'm actually very thankful for this comment from, if I mispronounce your name, I'm very sorry, Pielamp. I said that kind of French. Pielamp? P-I-E-L-L-A-M-P. I might put that up on the screen if I remember to. And it says, you call your enemies pathetic, but you seem pretty busy with them. And I think that's a tongue sticking out face. Also, wouldn't your empire crumble if any I'm sorry, I believe that was a typo. Major empire would declare on you. And I like this question because it actually, it prompted to some thoughts of what I really like about this game. Why I really love this game. And part of the reason why I love it is that logistic system and what that really, you know what, I need to select non-fleet ships to start retrofitting. All right, yeah, we'll start doing sort of a rolling retrofit here. So these guys here, go ahead and retrofit those to newer designs. What I like about it is the whole logistic system. Because you need fuel and you need resources, it can make it so that even a small force can still provide a challenge and still fight back a larger force. War is not over as quickly in this game as I find it is in many other games. Like, I've watched, some professional StarCraft 2, or I've played a little bit of that myself. Or if you look at like Civilization, a lot of times what I find happens is the second one side gets the advantage, then the other side kind of just sort of, it starts a snowball effect, and then the other side loses. And what I find is that in this game here, in Distant Worlds Universe, one of the reasons why I absolutely love this game is, dang, that's going to be a lot of money. All right, let's do it. I haven't retrofitted my bases in a long time. What I like about it is there's always sort of that chance for a comeback, because there's more factors than just military strength. When I'm making my comments about how powerful we are and how pathetic everyone is, I'm looking at military strength, and yeah, we're pretty much top dog here. But there's also a reason why I always look at economy, because economy also plays a major factor in that. If we had a much weaker economy, then even though our military strength would be up here, I would still be very worried. There's also a strategic value. That's resources and such. I think that's what that means. And of course, there's also territory. Great Kydian territory, really? They don't. Maybe it's because we cover more space, but they might actually have more planets than us. So that's probably why it looks like that. Dang, this is looking really messed up. What is going on in here? We got strike fleets coming down here and everything. Wait, are they at war? I'm sorry, I'll get back to my point in a second here. Our ally here. No, they're just at war with the Rhodian Hive. So why are there Kenrith Prime ships? Oh, that's right. They have a mutual defense pact, don't they, with them? Yeah, they're angry with them, but yet they still have a mutual defense pact. That's very particular. It's interesting. That seems like a very strange relationship we've got going on there, or they have going on there. But yeah, so we'll say maybe take a real life example. And before I go ahead into this, before you start thinking any sort of bias, I'm Canadian, and frankly, I think the U.S. spends way too much on military. But we'll say a real life example. It's kind of out there that the United States spends more on their military than any other country in the world. And, you could go ahead and say that equates to, military strength. But that doesn't mean that they can't get, beat up. It doesn't mean that they're going to be able to steamroll everything. They definitely have, we'll say, the potential, but, they still have to be careful. And I think the same sort of thing applies here, is that, even though my military strength is really great, the fighting in this area here and in this region, my logistics are actually pretty terrible. I think there's a little bit of inexperience there where, I'm struggling to figure out, I was figuring out how to use the resupply ships properly. There's a little bit of playing around with that. That was proving sort of a challenge for me. And that allowed the Hakonish to, go ahead and retake a planet, or to go ahead and ambush this planet. But let's be honest, this planet here, it was lightly defended because of how little value it had to me, and I don't like the fact that they're building a defensive base above that. I need to stop that right now before they actually get entrenched. Strike Force Bravo, you are en route to go get refueled. You know what? You can go ahead and stop by Nemban Junction. You will have enough fuel to go in there and destroy things. So why don't we go ahead and get them. Oh, they've only got 27k. That's going to be terrible. I'll just set them up the blockade. I don't want them to waste our troops on that planet right now. So, like I said, there are other factors, but let's not go ahead and kid ourselves. Like the Hakonish Syndicate don't have a chance in hell of being able to actually put any big permanent dent in my empire. As much as they can be a nuisance and how much they can be a pain, because of the way Distant Worlds works, you can have these kind of battles, these they take a long time, even though two forces might not be equal in strength. There's a lot of different other factors that are at play, and that's the kind of thing that I love that. I love that, but I don't think that the Hakonish Syndicate has any chance of actually being able to do any sort of permanent damage to my empire. Because let's take a look at just the military strength. They're way down here. Let's look at their economy. Their economy's, where is it? Their economy. It's still here. Okay, their economy's not terrible. They're definitely, probably, we'll say, a stronger force than what the Dyads were. But overall, they don't stand a chance. Now, the second part of the comment, basically, would my entire empire crumble if any major empire would declare war on me? And I'm going to go ahead and say, no. My entire empire would not crumble, because part of the problem with the Hakonish Syndicate is I actually, will say, I wasn't really being serious with them. I was like, okay, I'm attacking them. I don't feel threatened by anything that they can throw at me. And as such, I wasn't taking the measures to ensure that I was prepared. I wasn't beefing up garrisons on planets or anything like that. because I really didn't feel the threat. Now, let's say the Great Meridian Alliance here. Let's say these guys here decided, hey, we're going to go ahead and declare war on you. I would be taking that very seriously. You know, I would be bolstering the garrisons on all of my planets. I would be building ships. I would be putting myself in the red. I would be increasing taxes to ensure that my empire could, you know, fend off the attack and go ahead and battle. The Great Meridian Alliance, now they are lower than us, but I do feel like they could cause some damage to our empire. And as such, I would be taking them very seriously. I wouldn't say I would be crumbled. But, you know, they could definitely deliver some blows. They could definitely really hurt us. So, you know, there's a lot of different factors that need to be taken into account. And I know that, you know, it was said in jest, you know, there's a smiley, you know, a tongue sticking out face kind of thing. But it did prompt a thought in my head of, you know, why I love this game. And because you can have these sort of wars that can be almost like apparent deadlocks, or these sort of war of attritions where it comes down to, you know, can you get supplies to these areas? Because that's part of the problem here with me developing the Heiko system, is because getting established here, I'm not tied into our regular supply lines, right? I'm very much so very far away. We constantly have enemy ships coming into area, and that's causing our civilian ships to scatter. Like for example, let's go ahead and take a look at actually. Let's take a look at Loros, just for kicks here. I want to see what kind of cargo, what kind of resources we have here. See, like right here, example. This colony has insufficient strategic resources, which is slowing development and population growth. Ensure that your empire has a supply of key strategic resources: steel, lead, carbon fiber, polymer, silicon, hydrogen, and Caslon. You know, our ships can't even refuel here because of the resource shortage. You know, I'm pretty sure if we go ahead and try to retrofit, we're going to run into some problems with that as well, because, you know, we are low on resources in this area. And that's something to consider. It's not just about strength. In this area here, our forces become a lot weaker because we don't have the resources to ensure that our empire is, you know, fighting fit. Now, while I'm over in this system, it is time for this war to end. We will complete your assimilation later. What do you say? I'm going to try this. We agree to end this war only if you agree to become our subjugated dominion. I know we haven't done any damage to them, but I'm curious. No, we will not accede to your outrageous demand for subjugation. You know what? Let's end the war. Let's just end the war straight up. I don't feel like dealing with the Rhodian Hive right now. All right. So they declared war on us, and now it's ended. They didn't really do any damage to us. I don't really feel this need for vengeance, you know. I'm not out for blood against them. And it'll mean that I have one less thing to worry about. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, Strike Force Alpha, where are you guys at? You guys actually went back to our territory. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna keep the resupply ships within these different strike forces, but I'm also going to be using some of my other ones. Where's my... Can I select a resupply ship from here? Idle ship? No, I can't. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll select some resupply ships and set them up in strategic areas to sort of help the fight in this area here. So I'm going to be setting up maybe some over Nembin Junction. You know, and I'll set up the Nembin Defense Force around that. Actually, Nembin Defense Force. You know what? Go ahead and retrofit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get them to retrofit. And that way they're going to have the repair bots. And they're going to be able to more effectively defend, well, basically it's going to take part of that logistics problem away, right? Because they're going to be able to repair their own ships. So they're going to be able to stay fielded for longer. So if I can get a resupply ship here in the Nembin Junction system, then we can go ahead and, this is an interesting development here. We get a resupply ship in there, and then we can have them that support the other ships. We have Strike Force Bravo heading over here. Now, we also have 2 strike forces from the Hakon Syndicate going to the Nembin Junction. I have a feeling they're going to be using this as a staging point, which is why they were setting up the base. So, let me take a look here. What have we got? What are you part of? You're from Strike Force Bravo. You arrived ahead of the group. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Let's see, 8 ships. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Strike Force Bravo can take that, but right now, one of the ships arrived way ahead of the others. And as such, I think he's going to get destroyed. This carrier is in a very bad position. I'm going to take manual control of this carrier, and I'm going to tell him to start moving away. Dang. Yeah, I'm going to tell him to move away. Crap. Yeah, here comes their strike forces. Let's see, what size is this? It's a size of 750. These are what, destroyers? Okay, so you know what, the carrier might be able to hold its own here. Let's see what happens. Strike Force Bravo is still en route. Oh crap, no, it's in trouble. These other ships are getting in close. Well, these are frigates. Okay, these are smaller ships. The carrier might be able to. Yeah, it's trying to escape. And it looks like they're probably using some. Yeah, it looks like they're using gravity beams to do some damage here to my carrier. Come on, buddy, you can get out of there. I don't know why he was so far ahead of everyone else, though. The shields do appear to be holding, and he only took 3 components of damage. That's okay. Yeah, here we go. The rest of Strike Force Bravo has now arrived, and we're gonna see this get cleaned up. So yeah, after the Nembin Junction goes ahead, the Defense Force gets repaired. I'm gonna get them to come into a holding position around here, and then also set up a resupply ship. Actually, right here in orbit above the Nembin Junction. Actually, yeah, maybe I'll do that. There we go. And that's going to take out a nice number of, we'll say, Hakona ships as well. We caught them sort of off guard. I think what they were doing is, like I said, they were getting ready to stage an attack, so they were coming to Nembin Junction to maybe fuel up or something. So this worked out in our favor. All right, so looks like our intelligence agents have completed their missions. So let's go ahead and see what they have accomplished. Let's see. He succeeded in a mission on stealing information on plasma focusing, and he successfully stole research on ablative metals. Okay, cool. Whoa, what is this? Celebration? We've received a research bonus in ship defense systems from disassembling an advanced technology in the ship Bright Princess. Okay, so I guess we found a ship and we disassembled it, and then we got some technology advances for that. That's cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our intelligence agents on a mission here. We got, what is it? Hugo no, it wasn't Hugo. It was this Hugo, who's pretty good with espionage. Let's go ahead and send him off. You know what? Rhodian Hive. Actually, the Naxilians are pretty easy as well. Let me see. Steel research. Ablative metals, 1 year, 95%, not bad. That's good for me. Mathia Keski is also pretty good, so let's go ahead and get him also over there. Steel research on, what was it, plasma focusing? Yeah, we'll finish that tech. 91% though. Phaser intensification. After losing that, after losing Snake, I was really bummed out about all that. So I'm gonna try to avoid something like that happening again. So let's go ahead back to the fleet screen here. I do not have, where's the strike force? Echo, select fleet. I don't have you on a hotkey, so let's assign you to 3. All right, so why don't you go ahead and maybe load up some troops, and Strike Force Echo, you can go ahead and get ready to get started on offensive measures. Looks like Nembin Junction 1 has a lot of troops on here. 231. Dang. All right. Now, you know, I want to maybe, we'll say, slow things down a little bit. I just told Strike Force Charlie to go ahead and actually start mopping up, we'll say, some of the forces, or some of the, we'll say, the forces and bases in the Orazun system here. And so Strike Force Charlie is going to be going ahead and doing that. But, you know, I was thinking, you know, while we're we'll say, doing these sort of military missions here, why don't I start looking and developing things? Because that's one thing I mentioned last time was, you know, it's kind of cool how big the empires can be, and, you know, the war's over on this front, but you know what? There's still other things to do. There's still expansion to be had. There's still relationships to sort of, you know, work out and to sort of grow. I'm like, why am I not doing those things? So I figured, You know what? Let's go ahead and, while this war is going on, I'll, issue orders. But let's also go ahead and take a look at different opportunities, such as, resort bases and maybe, like I said, establishing new mining bases and, working on different relationships with different empires. So, I don't think these guys have the troops to be able to actually invade this planet. Let me take a look. What's the troop count on this planet? Actually, 47K, that's it? You know what? I'm gonna have them invade the planet. Yep. Strike Force Charlie is going to go ahead straight up and invade the planet. And that's awesome. We caught a bunch of their ships. Yeah, we caught them all off guard. Just swarmed them, took them out. A couple of them will escape. That's okay. Like I said, I want to take the planet. So they're gonna go ahead and do that. And while they're doing that, like I said, I'm going to slow things down, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the rest of the Empire and really, work things out. Because I feel like, we're focusing a lot on the war, but, I'm neglecting other parts of the game. Because I have this sort of desire to, move the clock along, to really, push things forward. But, and I want to be able to show you guys progress. I want to get closer to victory. But, that's done by also slowing down a little bit and taking our time. And that's a problem I've had a lot during this entire playthrough. Also you'll notice a lot of ships have been completed. I went ahead and queued up some more, we'll say, escorts and frigates and destroyers to go ahead and fill in on defense as well. Just like I said, just in case. I do have my defensive fleets, but I am calling a lot of them back to retrofit, right, to new designs. So this is an opportunity, if I get some other ships that are newly constructed out there, it means that there's fewer gaps in my defenses. So, we definitely do have some shortages, though. So, you know what? That tells me that we need to do some more mining. We're not mining enough. We got a potential colony? Moon is in one of our systems. Where is that? It's over here? Quality 68. It's not the best planet, to be honest, though. It's 20K, 68%, but it's in one of our systems. You know what? We might as well. Do we already have colony ships built? So why are these colony ships just sort of floating around? Do they just not know where to colonize? Sure. Go ahead, colonize that. Awesome. Where's this planet? Let's see what, Harilos. Now, it's an ocean moon. Oh, this one looks nice. Smisomo. Okay, that's an ice moon. So we're going to go ahead and colonize that planet. Yeah, we're going to queue up a few extra, we'll say, colonization projects. Send them off. Lunar Major 1. What's, let me see. Lunar Major 1, what is this? What have we got here? A Techno Nexus. It's a terrible quality, but let me select the potential colony. What does this do? What does the Techno Nexus do? A development bonus for colony, an empire-wide high-tech research bonus. Well, yes, please, I'll take 2. So I'll send them off that. Eucantium Pearl. Okay, the quality's low. Maybe I'll tackle that one later. But yeah, I need to be expanding out a little bit more. Baraluo, 80%. Decent enough planet. I should jump on that. So we've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more planets to be to colonize. And we were falling up behind in territory, so this is good that we start to work on let's say colonizing new planets. Now I need to remember this. The second one is colonized. I need to be getting troops there. I need to get a defensive defensive fleet, because I know the Hackon Syndicate is going to want to jump on that. However, most of these planets, if we take a look at where they're at, they're pretty far away from the Hackon Syndicate. I don't think they can project their power that far. So I'm pretty sure that we are going to be... Ooh, what about this one? Lunar Major 1. That one is down there, isn't it? Yeah, that one there, they might actually take. So that one there, I'll need to make a note to definitely set up a defensive fleet just to go in there and make sure that we keep that once it's taken. Let's go ahead and resource targets by the galaxy priority. I want to see, you know, what resources we can go ahead and start grabbing. So we got lots of, dang, we do have a lot of different things we could be mining. Yeah, we'll just queue the nearest construction ship. Dang, that's a lot of steel and lead, and that's all stuff that we were short on. That's a lot of green. We could be mining all of this. That would actually be a huge sort of boost for our economy, I would think. You know, the Tikan economy has definitely passed us, but if we can have, you know, solid resources of, you know, solid sources of all of these resources and making sure that it gets out to the rest of the galaxy, you know what? Sure. They're not, we'll say, at this point in the game, they're definitely not the rare resources at all. But I feel like they are worth grabbing. Like, they're in our territory. Why don't we grab these? I should be taking a look at the percentages, though, to make sure that these are all worth grabbing. Like, this here is, let's see, 50, 60. Yeah, that's definitely like over 120%. That's excellent. Wait, did I grab this one? I should be grabbing this one, too. Why am I not grabbing that one? Seriously. So that's basically what we're going to do. A lot of lead, a lot of steel there. And I don't want to queue up too many all at once here, but let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Man, this takes so long. Let's see, the one problem with having this really large map and with all these planets is it does slow things down later on in the game. Like, things are very slow at loading, especially when you have like an older system like mine. But at the same time, you know, I love that the way the game plays at this size. You know, on a smaller map, you know, the Hack on Syndicate, you know, maybe that fight wouldn't be as interesting as it is now. You know, because there wouldn't be as many factions. You know, the logistics would not be as much of a problem because things are a lot closer together. So, you know, that's something else to sort of to consider. That's one of the reasons why I'm big on, well, making sure that the Empire is as big as possible. All right, Shady Wanderer, go there because apparently it doesn't want to queue up anyone. Whatever. Okay. Finally. And then this, I guess this gives us a list of our Empire's resource locations. So we've got quite a few resource locations. Ooh, what's this one? That one's actually in enemy territory. That's cool. All right, yeah, we're stealing stuff right out from under their noses. Let's see. Resource targets by our Empire priority. I have a feeling. Ooh, so these are the things that our Empire wants, I'm guessing. Huh. Now it's. I could grab these because I don't think these are necessarily in claimed territories. Sure. We will go ahead and grab some of these. Let's see, what have we got here? Polymer. Oof, I can't spell or I can't pronounce that one. Questurian skin. Okay. Why is it not showing up as being queued? No. Are you gonna queue? Okay, there we go. Like I said, on the larger size map there, it tends to slow down a little bit. I'm not going to go ahead down this entire list, but I'm going to go ahead and grab you know, a few different things, at least maybe down to this one right here. So we'll go ahead and queue up 4 different bases, or yeah, mining bases. These are mining bases. We're going to go ahead and queue up about 4 of them on this list. And we're going to continue to expand on that front going forward. No, come on. Queue it up. Queue it up. You can do it. And no, you're not doing it. Crafty Aspiration, you go do it. There we go. All right, so we've got 4 queued up there. All right, so we've got some mining queued up. And I've been doing the rolling retrofits. What about, let's go ahead and take a look at research locations. Actually, do I need research locations? Let's see if there's anything that's really any better than what we've got right now. Research status. Yeah, so we're way over. Actually, we could actually start pulling back a little bit on the. Dang, I think we need to actually start removing more research facilities from our bases because we are way over research. We could be saving a lot of money by removing those components. That's something I'll look into maybe a little bit later. Right now, I think we had one interesting one over here. Let's see, energy research of 30%. So 30% energy research. And now because they don't stack, it'll pick the higher of the two, right? So let's see, cast for weapons facility, high-tech research from recent technology installation, 5% bonus to weapons research, 5 to energy research from supplies of, is that it? Energy research, 55 from the Sapphire Palace, 0% from location. Huh. So I'm just getting bonuses from the scientists at the location. So this here, we want to grab this. Where is it? This one right here. So let's go ahead and build a, I'm pretty sure that we need to grab that one. Energy research. I'll double check that, but I don't recall, I don't think I see any other source, unless it's counting the Sapphire Palace, but I didn't think, no, because that's from the scientists, it's not actually even from the location, because I think I can only get the location bonus once. So yeah, energy research, we'll go ahead and grab that one. Weapons research, this is what, 26%? This is a 21%. This is actually in our territory though, but it's all the way down here. This one here would be at risk of getting destroyed. So, weapons research, 26%. Where is that? Where is that? 26. I don't know where that is. 26%. I get the feeling that that's really far, far away from where we want. Okay, it's in Cayadian territory. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll set up a weapons research station down there. And now let's see, high-tech research, 24. I think is the highest one we've got here. I think that's the highest one. High-tech. Where is high-tech? Oh, it's up here. It's by the Gazurian border. So high-tech research, sure. Let's go ahead and build a high-tech research station over there as well. Okay, excellent. Next up, let's see, what about resort locations? We've got the Dark Abyss, which we were looking at before. Oh, that's way down in the bottom left-hand corner, isn't it? Yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead and try for it. Let's see if we can get a resort base out there. Nobody seems to have claimed it, and it's an income stream, right? So we might as well do it. All right, so we're getting a lot of. I'm going to go ahead and a lot of stuff has been scrolling up, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the messages to see if there's anything really of significance. You know, a lot of ships completed. That's retrofitting and construction. A couple under attacks. Yeah, nothing really major happened while we were, you know, looking around at those things. I'm gonna go ahead and check in on Strike Force Charlie. How are you guys doing? So you attacked the planet. Or is it still? Oh yeah, the fight is still going on. Oh yeah, we totally have this planet. Awesome. So once that's taken over, we're gonna go ahead and start using this planet as sort of a stepping stone. We'll set up a garrison, and then we'll go ahead and start expanding out in this system. I'm gonna keep Strike Force Charlie in this system. I'm gonna set them to defensive. They have a home colony. That's right. Strike Force Charlie. We're gonna need to remove that so that you're not taking off back to your home system. New home colony. Can I remove it? I don't think I can. No. All right. Well, hopefully, we'll say if I go attack. There we go. So attack any targets. We'll say within the system. Hopefully that'll, and they'll basically just fly around in here, and they'll destroy anything from the Hackon Syndicate that comes in to try to reclaim things. So hopefully they'll go ahead and they'll attack this here, and they'll attack this, and these civilian ships, those mining bases. Those will all get messed up. All right, so we'll zoom back out. Meanwhile, Strike Force Alpha still repairing. Strike Force Bravo still repairing. Echo is still loading troops. And they will need quite a few troops because Nemban Junction, they really went and fortified that. They didn't want to give it up. So why don't you go ahead and I'm just going to give them the order again, just in case. Yeah, some of them would just decided to stop moving. And that's probably because there wasn't any troops built at the time or trained at the time. But now that there are some more, if I give them the order again, they'll go back and they'll go ahead and grab some more. So that's good. There. We've got a lot of bonus income. Let me go ahead and take a look at the summary screen. Our cash flow is not the highest because we've been, doing a lot of spending. There's a lot of new ships going out there. But I want to see here, spaceport income. That's the retrofitting. I went ahead and told them to go ahead and retrofit a lot of their mining bases and stuff. So that's, wait, no, that's not space. That's not mining income. Spaceport income, that's if they're building ships or repairing ships. Maybe that's because we got the new technology? Yeah, and maybe their freighters are, they're retrofitting their freighters. Maybe it's because we're building a lot of mining bases. And now there's a lot more need for cargo being shipped around. So maybe there's people building more freighters and stuff. That's possible. That seems like rather quick, though. The clock hasn't been ticking that long, and it hasn't been that long since I made that decision, so I'm not sure why there's that much bonus income, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's pretty amazing. We're actually above 3 million, and I spent actually a lot of money on our own retrofits, and I thought that was going to drop us down, but it looks like it's kind of evened out. That's pretty fantastic. Okay, the next thing I wanted to do was look at the diplomacy screen. Let's see if we can find any opportunities. The Xurian conformity. Wow, look at this. 224K. They are pleased with us. You know what? They're actually turning out to be a pretty nice. Well, I can't really say ally. They're kind of our slaves, but what's their strength? If they get a little bit higher, because they are building up, I might release them from subjugation and maybe see if we can't form like an alliance with them, because they like our style of government, right? They like the way of darkness. I'm actually going to give them a gift. I'm going to go ahead and send them 100 grand. Here, have 100 grand. That's a small gift. Yeah, they like us. Now, they are at war with the Raldin Corporation and the Strelor Empire. Let's see here. Most people are angry or furious with us, but they lack the ability to really do anything about it. Let's see, our two allies are delighted. They're pretty good partners, but they really don't give us as much money as the Xurians do. Maybe we should start courting another ally. Who looks good here? I'm wondering, but I'm on the fence about the Great Meridian Alliance. On the one hand, I'm like, we could. They really don't like our style of government, and we have trade sanctions or a war with our friends. So they're friends with who? With the Hakon Syndicate. Okay. Because I'm like, they're pretty strong. It would be a great alliance if us and them could get along. And yeah, that might not be a bad idea. It would help them out, but I'm hoping that by helping them out, we would be sort of helping ourselves out as well. Let me see. Our victory conditions here. We've got control 33% of all the continental colonies. I feel like that's one of the major things. We need to start getting more continental colonies. Defense packs. Yeah, it wouldn't be that much. We wouldn't be getting that much from getting more defense packs. I think really what we need to do at this point is expand and really grab those continental colonies. And I think that's what we need to do to actually win this game. So, yeah, maybe not. I don't really see any other opportunities. Like I said, everyone's pretty much angry or annoyed or upset with us, and most people don't like our style of government, except for the bug races, which we kind of eliminated one of them, the diet, but they were an easy target. That's how I'm justifying things. Yeah, I don't know. Tikans. What if we were to I don't know. What if we were to set up a free trade agreement? I don't think they would, but no. They don't want a free trade agreement. I was wondering, because they do have a pretty good economy, and that's what they kind of work on, right? Is their like, if we look at, let's see here, annual GDP. For us, it's what 3,479,000, and for the Tikan Corporation, they're a little bit higher than us on that one. Yeah, I don't really see any opportunities here. The Raldin, no, not the Raldin Corporation. Where's the those other bugs? They kind of liked us. Roto Prime Collective. They're furious with us, but we have a free trade agreement. They're mostly upset by us trespassing. So yeah, I don't think that we'll be able to really do anything about that. Yeah, we just need to expand. That's basically it. So we're building new research stations. We're building. Awesome. We've got Orizun Prime 2. Dang, that's all the troops that we've still got left on the planet. Or is that all we sent down? I don't really remember. Okay, let's go ahead and garrison up some special operations team and an armored attack force? Really? Sure. Did you guys already pick some up? No, you didn't. So we might have lost a lot of troops on that. We do need to go ahead and build a spaceport and at least one defensive base. We don't have any resources, so that's going to be slow building. But our takeover of this system has begun. Yeah, we're taking over this entire section, and then we'll move up into sort of the Kuok system here. Okay. Oh, and we've got actually, yeah, cash flow's gone up. That reminds me. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tax rate. That's something we haven't done in a little bit. Bilgarith Minor 3. They're at 20. I don't really want to push the taxes up much higher than that. I could push it up on the blue planet though. Holy cow. 41 happiness. Let's bring that up to 50% tax. We're drowning them in tax. People are just going to be leaving the blue planet. But whatever. That's cool. 38. You know what? Let's pump up the tax rate by another 8. I think the blue planet being our capital is going to be really the only one we tax really hard. The other ones I want to put a cap of like 30 on. I don't want to really go any higher than that. You guys can go with another 5% of tax. Reach, you're already at the 30 mark. I don't want to touch you. City Prime. That's the penal colony. We need to rename this planet. Guys, wow, you're still growing? Dang. It's at 2% though. Let's at least give that, what, 10%? There we go. Yinker Junction, you guys are very happy. Let's bring you up to 20%. You guys are also happy. Let's give another 2% to Kiefer Major 2. Elysium, you're already at 30%. We're going to leave you be. 30% on Kilamar 3. Rhodian Major 1. Dang, there's a lot of taxes we could have had, but you know what? That's going into our private sector, right? So it's not lost. It's not like the money just disappears. It just means that our private sector is very rich. Let's go and see how much money they actually have. Like, look at the cash on hand. Our private sector is like making out like bandits. Holy cow, they can afford like anything. The cash flow is insane. I need to be boosting my taxes up all over this empire. Dang. But you know what? It's better that I do it slowly like this. Because that gives me room to grow. That way I'm always watching my cash flow and I always stay cash flow positive. And that's good. That is a good thing. All right, looks like they're sending a strike force of 1 ship over into this area, and I'm really not concerned about that. What is the Loros Defense Force doing though? Loros Defense Force, they're refueling. That means there is no defense here in the Heiko system, and that goes back to what I was talking about earlier about the logistics. We've got no fuel in this system. Do I have 2 defensive bases on each? Claff, yeah, you also have 2. All right, awesome. I'm going to make sure that these are retrofitted and these are the newest designs. That way we've got the best defense while the fleet is gone. Because, you know, the fleet has to go elsewhere to get fuel. We just don't have any fuel in system here. Just not enough to fuel it up, so. Anyways, that is going to be all for today. I know the clock didn't really tick down too much, but I feel like there was a lot of things that, you know, a lot of housework that needed to be done. I needed to go ahead and make sure that I started those rolling retrofits. You know, I got to make a note of the defensive fleets I'm going to be needing because we went ahead and we decided we were going to start expanding more in colonization. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened in this session, even though the clock didn't progress too quickly, but it's very interesting nonetheless. I love this game. I love it. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and save this game as LP48. I'm going to be running out of hard drive space. I should probably start deleting some of the older ones. Look at the file size here. It started off really small, but now we're looking at what? 60, almost 64 megs just for a save file. Lovely. Anyways, if you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.